Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we're diving into some dazzling jewelry news. Graff has redefined luxury with their stunning new masterpiece, the Infinity, the largest heart-shaped diamond in the world, carved from a rare 373.72 carat stone. This incredible gem is set to be the centerpiece of a future tiara, showcasing Graff's mastery in transforming extraordinary stones into breathtaking art. Next, we explore Chaumet's latest high jewelry collection, Jewels by Nature, which beautifully captures the essence of the natural world. Inspired by plants and animals, the collection features intricate pieces like brooches and vibrant floral parures, blending craftsmanship and poetic design to celebrate nature's beauty in every detail. Finally, Fred's 2025 high jewelry collection, inspired by sunlight, radiates boldness and joy. Divided into two chapters, 1936 and Soleil de Sunrise, the collection features architectural motifs, vibrant gemstones, and sunny hues that embody freedom and elegance, perfect for brightening up any occasion. Please everyone, continue to watch for more details. The South China Morning Post vividly recounts Graff's storied legacy of handling some of the world's most extraordinary diamonds, culminating in the creation of the Infinity, a 157.8 carat heart-shaped diamond crafted from a rare 373 carat stone once part of Lesedi La Rona. This masterpiece exemplifies Graff's meticulous craftsmanship, utilizing advanced technology to identify flaws and dedicating 10 months to cutting and polishing, respecting the diamond's inner qualities. The article highlights Graff's mastery in high jewelry, showcasing pieces like a sapphire and diamond bangle, a necklace adorned with rubies and diamonds, and a collection of white and yellow diamond sets, all emphasizing the brilliance and artistry that define the Maison's identity. The narrative builds anticipation for the upcoming centerpiece, the Infinity Diamond, destined to be the crown jewel of an extraordinary tiara, symbolizing Graff's relentless pursuit of perfection and innovation in luxury jewelry. Chaumet's Jewels by Nature collection, as described by the South China Morning Post, is a poetic tribute to the natural world, blending botanical inspiration with contemporary craftsmanship. The collection features 54 pieces, each capturing the delicate beauty of flora and fauna, with the bee, a symbol of pollination and vitality, reappearing in 7 intricate brooches. Highlights include the wild rose parure, which reimagines a 1922 design with sparkling yellow diamonds, and a versatile necklace that can be worn 3 ways, alongside earrings radiating golden hues. The collection also explores other floral motifs like the sword lily, with vines of rubies intertwined with diamonds, and lesser-known blooms such as sweet shrub, magnolia, and water lily, rendered with poetic restraint and technical mastery. Every piece reflects a reverence for nature's endless inspiration, emphasizing craftsmanship and detail over fleeting trends, and reinforcing Chaumet's deep-rooted connection to the natural world. Fred's 2025 high jewelry collection, as detailed by the South China Morning Post, radiates a sun-kissed warmth that celebrates nearly 90 years of craftsmanship rooted in the theme of sunlight. Inspired by Fred Samuel's early Art Deco elegance and the architectural arches of Rue Royale, the collection's first chapter, 1936, features geometric designs with a focus on arches, showcasing Colombian emeralds, Sri Lankan sapphires, and Mozambique rubies. The collection's second chapter, Soleil de Sunrise, evokes the gentle glow of sunrise and midday sun, with pieces centered around a 2-carat fancy intense yellow diamond and warm hues of yellow and white diamonds. Versatile designs allow for transformation, reflecting themes of boldness, freedom, and joy, values intrinsic to Fred's legacy. This collection masterfully captures light and color, blending modern elegance with a rich tradition of craftsmanship, embodying the brand's enduring spirit of innovation and radiance. South China Morning Post vividly reports that Hong Kong's phone scam cases surged by nearly 22% during the first 5 months of 2025, with police recording 2,574 incidents. Despite this increase, the total financial losses plummeted by 64%, falling from 1.2 billion Hong Kong dollars in the previous year to 430 million Hong Kong dollars. The sharp decline is largely attributed to a significant reduction in scams targeting mainland Chinese students, who historically lost large sums, sometimes millions, due to impersonation and fraud. Police emphasize the importance of awareness campaigns, including promotional videos at border crossings, to prepare students for the upcoming academic year. Notably, scams involving impersonation of officials, click farming, and rental fraud continue to threaten victims, with the most significant case involving a female student who was defrauded of 9.2 million Hong Kong dollars after scammers impersonated a mainland official over several months, prompting urgent warnings from immigration authorities about fraudulent visa services. The South China Morning Post also transports us to Hatay, Turkey, a UNESCO city of gastronomy renowned for its rich history and vibrant culinary tapestry. This region, with roots dating back to the Bronze Age, has been a crossroads of civilizations, from the Akkadians and Byzantines to the Ottomans, each leaving an indelible mark on its culture and cuisine. Antakya, the capital, once known as Antioch, played a pivotal role in early Christianity and the Silk Road, fostering a melting pot of diverse communities and flavors. Hatay's cuisine reflects this cultural mosaic, blending Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, and Anatolian influences into over 600 unique dishes characterized by bold spices, herbs, and fresh ingredients like olives, figs, and citrus. Despite recent devastation from the 2023 earthquakes, the community's resilience shines through in their efforts to restore their culinary heritage, with local bakeries and home cooks serving as vital hubs of tradition and communal support, ensuring that their rich gastronomic legacy endures. Macau's 2025 International Cities of Gastronomy Festival, as highlighted by the South China Morning Post, celebrates the city's historic role as a maritime trade hub with a vibrant fusion of flavors rooted in spices and herbs. The festival's theme, The Spice of Life, underscores Macau's unique position as a cultural crossroads where East meets West, influenced by centuries of Portuguese exploration and global trade. Visitors are immersed in a sensory journey through bustling markets like the Red Market, where fragrant aromas of bay leaf, saffron, and coconut milk evoke stories of distant lands. The event features live demonstrations by renowned chefs, a diverse culinary promenade with dishes from China, Turkey, Brazil, and beyond, and forums exploring the role of spices in fostering cultural dialogue and sustainable gastronomy. Emphasizing innovation and environmental consciousness, Macau's chefs are reimagining traditional dishes using modern techniques and local, eco-friendly ingredients, exemplifying a commitment to preserving culinary heritage while embracing future sustainability. The South China Morning Post vividly captures Macau's burgeoning cocktail scene, where mixologists are elevating their craft by integrating fresh herbs and spices into their creations. Wing Lei Bar, with its recent overhaul and new head mixologist Mark Lloyd, exemplifies this trend by crafting a menu inspired by Macau's rich history and spice routes, blending heritage with innovation. Lloyd's use of local ingredients such as cumin in piña and penja pepper in cola cube demonstrates a deep respect for local flavors, infusing cocktails with heat, earthiness, and depth. Meanwhile, a perfect dose takes freshness to an extraordinary level with a botanical wall of living herbs, meticulously cared for to reflect Macau's cultural crossroads. These establishments showcase a shift towards more culinary and personalized approaches to mixology, emphasizing the use of herbs and spices to create signature flavors that celebrate Macau's diverse heritage and modern aspirations. As Macau prepares to host Asia's 50 best bars, the city's cocktail culture is poised for further evolution, blending tradition with contemporary innovation through the bold use of local flora and global spices. The South China Morning Post also offers an intimate portrait of Rocco Yim, Hong Kong's renowned architect whose work has significantly shaped the city's modern skyline. Through his new book, looking to Hong Kong, the architecture of Rococo design, Yim reflects on his humble beginnings and his journey to becoming a master builder celebrated for projects like the Hong Kong Palace Museum and the government headquarters. Despite initial doubts about Hong Kong's capacity for architectural lessons, Yim's projects exemplify the city's unique spirit, blending stacking, mixing, linking, blurring, and embracing, each telling a story rooted in Hong Kong's identity. His designs, often minimalist and problem-solving in nature, mirror his philosophical approach: site, problem, solution. Yim's modest personality and dedication to meaningful architecture shine through, emphasizing that his work is not about self-promotion but about contributing to Hong Kong's evolving urban fabric. His reflections reveal a city where architecture is a quiet dialogue with its environment, and despite systemic constraints, Yim advocates for creative resilience and thoughtful design that resonates with Hong Kong's distinctive character. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong has slipped from the second to the third most expensive city globally for high-net-worth individuals, trailing only Singapore and London. Despite this drop, Hong Kong remains a magnet for the wealthy due to its low taxes, cosmopolitan culture, and strategic investment schemes like the Capital Investment Entrance Scheme, which has attracted over 16.5 billion Hong Kong dollars in investments. The city's property prices, men's suits, bicycles, and tech gadgets have become more affordable, yet luxury watches and cars continue to see price hikes. Meanwhile, London continues to dominate in private education and property costs, while Singapore maintains its top spot with rising expenses in private schooling and luxury goods, underscoring its appeal for stability and high-quality services. The global decline in the cost of living for the wealthy, driven by shifting preferences towards experiences over material possessions, highlights a broader trend where longevity and health are increasingly prioritized among HNWIs across Asia, fueling wealth growth and consumer spending in the region. The South China Morning Post also details Hong Kong's push to recognize same-sex partnerships, a move prompted by a 2023 court ruling that found the government in violation of residents' rights. The government plans to introduce legislation that grants medical and post-mortem rights to same-sex couples, emphasizing that this does not equate to marriage equality. Despite opposition from conservative lawmakers, the government is pushing to pass the bill swiftly, leveraging the limited legislative window before the December elections. Veteran legislator Regina Ip and her party support the move as a minimal but necessary fulfillment of legal obligations, while opponents raise concerns about judicial overreach and the potential for fearmongering. The government's strategic timing and clear communication aim to prevent the issue from overshadowing other policy priorities, setting a precedent for how social reforms might be navigated in Hong Kong's evolving political landscape. Hong Kong's role as a vital hub for Belt and Road connectivity is emphasized in a South China Morning Post interview with Nicholas Ho Lik Chi, who oversees the city's integration into the initiative. The city is expanding direct flight routes to key destinations such as Riyadh, Xinjiang, and Dallas, strengthening its position as a global connector amidst geopolitical uncertainties. Ho highlights Hong Kong's strategic advantage as a stable, open, and well-connected gateway for Chinese and emerging market investments, especially as Western capital shifts eastward. The region's transformation into a consumption market, particularly within ASEAN countries like Indonesia and Malaysia, offers new opportunities for Hong Kong's fintech, virtual banking, and logistics sectors. Ho envisions Hong Kong as a superconnector and super value-adder in the Belt and Road framework, encouraging local companies and mainland enterprises to leverage its strengths, foster international collaboration, and tap into burgeoning markets across Asia and beyond. South China Morning Post reports a tragic blaze in Hong Kong's Lai King estate, where a fire originating from an air conditioner in a public flat in Waking House erupted at approximately 5 a.m., engulfing the unit in thick smoke. The inferno resulted in one fatality and left at least 4 others injured, prompting a swift evacuation of around 60 residents from the building. Emergency services responded promptly, rushing the victims to Princess Margaret Hospital as investigators worked diligently to determine the cause of the devastating fire. The South China Morning Post highlights a distressing pattern of filicide cases in Hong Kong, where at least 3 incidents annually from 2020 to 2024 involve parents tragically killing their children, ranging from newborns to disabled adults. These heartbreaking stories include a mother suffocating her children and a father throwing his son off a rooftop before taking his own life, often linked to issues like postpartum depression, financial stress, or mental health struggles. Experts in pediatrics and social work are calling for the government to establish a comprehensive registry of filicide cases to analyze these tragedies systematically, identify risk factors such as psychiatric history or social circumstances, and develop targeted prevention strategies. Drawing parallels from successful interventions in Hong Kong's suicide prevention efforts, like restricting access to lethal means and analyzing patterns to inform policies, these professionals believe a detailed database could unravel the complex social and psychological factors behind filicide. They suggest including data on parental mental health, social conditions, and media use, aiming to prevent future tragedies through early identification and intervention. While the existing Child Protection Registry records abuse cases, it lacks specific data on fatalities, prompting calls for its expansion to better understand the link between abuse and filicide. This initiative, coupled with increased awareness and mandatory reporting of child abuse, could significantly reduce these devastating incidents, offering hope that through diligent data collection and multidisciplinary cooperation, Hong Kong can better protect its most vulnerable children. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong stocks experienced a slight fluctuation on Monday, with the Hang Seng Index nudging up by 0.1% to 24,148.71 after initially dipping 0.2%, amid a tug-of-war between U.S. tariff threats and encouraging China trade data. The tech sector saw a minor decline of 0.1%, reflecting cautious investor sentiment. Mainland China markets showed resilience, with the Shanghai Composite climbing 0.3% and the CSI 300 remaining steady. Notable gains included electric vehicle maker Li Auto, coal giant Zijin Mining, and China's Shenhua Energy, which surged between 2.8% and 4.2%, while Baidu, JD.com, and Trip.com faced declines. The backdrop of these movements is the U.S. President Donald Trump's proposal to escalate tariffs on imports to 15 to 20%, with threats of imposing a 30% tariff on EU and Mexican goods from August 1, despite ongoing trade negotiations. Meanwhile, China's exports for the first half of the year grew 7.2% in yuan terms, surpassing expectations and bolstered by a 90-day tariff truce that allowed exporters to accelerate shipments. Elsewhere in Asia-Pacific, Japan's Nikkei dipped 0.4%, South Korea's Kospi edged up 0.2%, and Australia's S&P ASX 200 gained 0.1%, illustrating mixed regional market responses to the global trade tensions. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.